got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They run. Robinson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun is Minshew. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. The throw over the middle taken in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So,
and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Robinson. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 17-yard line.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
That he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Minshew. Well, that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team can have any more confidence in handing him the football.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now Minshew. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on.
29-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At their own 18-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dwayne Smoot. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Jaguars 3.
On first down, it's Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That's a Jaguars 49-yard.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards, the pickup, and that's a first down. Watson looks to throw again. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. They'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Watson buying time to his left. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Texans will extend their lead. The partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Here's Minshew. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The 47-yard line.
They'll run it down with Robinson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watson, off play action. Being chased out left. And I think the ball's out, and the Jags grab it. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And Lambeau will put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down.
And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, that certainly makes you think back to last year's wild card round when Deshaun Watson got out of the pocket to his right, found Tywan Jones for one of the plays of the year. This one wasn't quite as dramatic, but still, an excellent play and big yardage nonetheless.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. David Johnson here on the catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Again, it's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp. They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number one was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Jaguars.
The run here with Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
DJ Hall on the tackle. A gain of 9 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring them indeed with that score alone. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. And the
passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
At the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
From the 38, Minshew.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. On fourth down, Minshew. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now, Watson. His throw incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Josh Lambo now for the point after. He's got it to make it 27-13. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think